Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mineburied with Nerdstalgic. That would be me, and currently our fortress has... how many dwarfs does it have? I don't remember. Looks like we have a population of 11, of which... I'm looking one child, so we have 10 people that are capable. It's a little bit less than we had hoped for. We had hoped to have a little bit more, available labor kicking around so that we could get our things, in order a little bit faster. But we're making do. We're doing okay. We've got plenty of drinks. Food's a little in short supply, but hey, the caravan just came. So we're going to do a little trading first off this episode. So let's go ahead and hit R to request our trader to the depot. And let's get some goods moved here. So, we are trading mechanisms. Now, the unfortunate thing about mechanisms is that since they are furniture, it's my understanding, now correct me if you know differently, it's my understanding that you cannot put them in bins because they're furniture. So it's going to take us a while to get all these things out here. But we've got some things to sell, which is the silver lining. So I do apologize for the lapse in video content. I decided yesterday that I would take a day off. I just felt like, hey, I deserved a day off. I hadn't had a day of no recording in about 2 weeks. And, everybody needs a day off every now and again, I know a lot of people think, and, I was one of them that think, hey, these people that just make YouTube videos, that's the life. But the thing is that it's great. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy making videos. But when something goes from being something that you choose to do to something that becomes like a responsibility, it changes it a little bit, and you have to take some days off so you don't start to resent it. So. Alright, so our liaison from the Mountain Homes is Zugler Lorethel. Yes, let's discuss my situation. The latest news from Glacier Pulley is that months ago the site was conquered by the Curse of Wearing. The latest news from Crude Ringed is that a few months ago the site was conquered by the Curse of Wearing. Ooh, is this Curse of Wearing? Who are they? A few months ago, Ilral Bridge Scratches became mayor of the Equal Bodus, replacing A-Sub Tower Bust. Oh, Bodus and Tower Bust. Nice. I hear he has a real mean streak. Months ago, Alath Thundered Police became mayor of the Strategic Sack of Silver. That's a nice name. Lots of alliteration. Replacing Moral Brass Lantern. Well, sounds like all is good in the world. Okay, so we're probably just gonna go for the things that we normally request. We'll ask for steel, and let's try to get some iron as well. And this is where we normally request our seeds, the other seeds that we want. We have an anvil, I believe. They'll probably bring some anyways, so there's no point in requesting it. Other than that, what should we get? Is there anything else that we should get? I don't think so, other than maybe like coke. Well, let's look at let's look at what they can bring in terms of stone. Maybe they can bring some fuel. Not seeing anything so far. Yeah, looks like a big negative there, Ghost Rider. We'll go ahead and ask them for Coke. And that'll probably be it. Yeah, that's it. So we're done. And then now we'll see what they're willing to buy from us next year. So next year, they're putting an emphasis on maces, warhammers, cut gems, good, but pretty small bonus price. Cloth, crowns, toys, crutches, bracelets, shields, bucklers, tan hides, headwear, and drinks. And want some hooch. So we might have some gems to sell them, but other than that, we're not gonna... I've never really been one to like shift my production focuses to meet those needs, but maybe I should. Maybe that's something that I could look at doing later on in this fortress, is we could say, hey, they want some of this, so we're gonna do some of this. We could always do that. That would be good. I'm sure we're still hauling mechanisms. You can see there's a steady stream of people heading back here to grab mechanisms. My only fear is that we won't get it done before they leave, but I'm pretty sure we will. So anyways, after we do this trade, we'll finish digging this out here. And we got even more. So we'll finish digging that out there. Then we'll start doing some more exploratory mining. We should be getting a migrant wave at some point in time during the fall. So, you know, and when we get the migrant wave in, we'll see what jobs they have. We'll see how many we get, and that will open up some more options for us as to what we can do. I mean, we know that we want to start making potash, which means that we're going to have to start making ash. We know that we want to start smelting. We want to start making, well, did we bring coke with us, or did we bring lignite? If we brought coke, Anyways, we know that we need to start smelting metal. So that's going to take a set of hands, and we need to probably start. I mean, probably get another farm plot going. I mean, there's a lot to do. Start making meals. Yeah, still hauling. I bet this workshop was cluttered. I just was taught this by a viewer that if you see the letters CLT up here, that means that the workshop is cluttered, and that it actually slows that person down that's producing in the workshop. So it's always good to make sure that it's not cluttered. We might need to just go ahead and say, hey, this is definitely going to be mechanisms from this side over, and just do all mechanisms all the time. But the weird thing is, why aren't all these mechanisms getting brought out here? And the only thing I can think of is that we've got people so engaged in other jobs that they don't even have time to bring the mechanisms over. It's just not high up in the priority. Okay. Still waiting. Surely there can't be that anymore. Well, I mean, he's going to keep making them. I didn't turn off him making them. Let's take a look at our depot here and see how many dwarf bucks we have. So if we swing over here and we hit shift enter, we can see we have about 10,000 dwarf bucks for trade. So that's probably going to be enough. So let's just go down through here and see what they have. They're not going to have much because it's the first time that a caravan's been to us. So they're just bringing like a smattering of, all different kinds of things. Reindeer bull. So far, not a whole lot of anything that we need. They didn't really bring any metal that I wanted. We will go ahead and buy drinks and food because, that's just what I do. I always do that. So, it's always good to have a little safety stock hanging around. We could buy another pick, in anticipation that we might get another miner or something. But, I don't. Maybe in the future. I mean, hell, we could make our own, for that matter. We could make some silver picks. No, not gonna buy any of that. What you got? Sweet pod seeds, cave wheat seeds. Now we're not going to do anything with these seeds yet. We want to have more seeds before we start messing around with it. Plump helmet spawn. I'll take it, even though we really don't need it. Since the way that we use our plump helmets, it's just a positive cycle. We're continually getting it back. Dimple cup spawn. We don't need the sand, just because we can get our own sand. Which that's something we might want to do. We might want to set up a glass blower's furnace after we get some more people. Rock nuts, cave wheat seeds. Ooh, they brought a lot of seeds. That's good. Good. Pigtail seeds are awesome. Man, they brought a lot of seeds. Cool. Cool. All right, let's see. We're at 2,350. So yeah, we should have plenty of dwarf bucks left over. Well, we haven't gotten to the food yet, but they're not going to bring a lot of cloth, so we bought all the cloth. We're not going to buy any bolts. We need an anvil. And we're going to take all this food, because as you guys have noticed, we are a little bit low on food. And the plump helmets will... I mean, you know, if we were to cut something out here, it would make a lot of sense to just cut the plump helmets out, because we really don't need them. But, yeah, we'll take them. We've got the dwarf bucks to spare, and that'll make those mechanisms their problem. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to probably sell all these. So that'll give them a profit of about 4,000. They probably won't be ecstatic, but they should be pretty happy, I would think. Wait a second. Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want to trade the selected goods? Okay, so he was ecstatic. Very good. Okay, well, so we can click back on this, let the trader go, and then tell it to stop trying to... Yeah, see, we had a ton more mechanisms. Well, not a ton, but we had quite a few more mechanisms to move, you know. So now we got all this stuff. So we're going to need to get some cooking started pretty quick. And we're going to need to figure out a place to stick cloth. We haven't made our clothier workshop yet. Let's see, who is our cook? Who's our cook? Who's our gourmet culinarian here? Gulgnak, who's also one of our miners. Well, you know, it'd probably be okay if we went ahead and turned this off and turned off mining on Gulgnak and let him do some cooking. He'd probably enjoy that. So let's go ahead and get some cooking started, huh? So we're gonna start out with some easy meals, easy peasy meals. Basically, just because we don't have a huge amount of food, so we want to try to stretch it, but we're gonna go above just letting them eat the raw components. So, which also means if we're gonna be cooking and brewing, are we still brewing? We're gonna need more rock pots. So we probably need to queue up an order for some rock pots. Probably we'll say 10 more rock pots. That sounds good. Cancels dig. He lost his pick. Well, I found it. It's right here. So we should get a migrant wave, I'm assuming this month or next month, right? Should, I hope. We need them. Now let's go into our kitchen here and make sure that we're not going to be cooking things we don't want to cook. I think anything that we can brew, we probably should turn off cooking. So, like all these berries, yeah, we're not going to cook those. We're going to brew them. And that's going to give us a better variety on the hooch that we can give our dwarves so that we don't get that negative thought, you know, same old brew. Okay, that's good. That's good. And that's fine. Cook all that meat. Okay, so we did that. So we could also set a job down here to brew from plant. Yeah, brew drink from plant. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just get those fruits out of the way and brewed, and we might have some seeds where we could plant some outside stuff here before too long. That'd be fun. That's something we're planning on doing. It's having some outside farming going on. Because I'm wanting to set up an operation that can... I want to set up an operation for clothing and for thread and for dyeing. So, and to have, you know, access to all of the different shades of dye, you have to be able to, you have to do some outside farming. It's just the way it is. So. We might want to, what are we doing here? Let's read our dwarves, see what they're doing. Okay, you're making mechanisms. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and turn hauling back on. Whee! Just so we can make sure that everything gets where it needs to be. And then who is this that doesn't have hauling on? Sparky? Okay, that's fine. Sparky can keep digging. Looks like Sparky became a Grandmaster miner. Congratulations. This is almost done. Very good. It'll be a little bit slower with only 2 people mining, but it'll still get done pretty fast because the 2 people that we have mining are very, very good at it. And they're only going to get better. Yeah, I'm used to normally having more people to help get this stuff in from the trade depot, because normally when you start a game fresh, because of the time that you start, you have more migrants than I have right now. I just don't have very many migrants. So, all right, so all that's done. Let's go ahead and go into planning mode here. And let's lay in some bedrooms, or beds. So we have a pretty good portion of our fortress planned out already, with still some space to spare, and that's good. It was something that we were concerned about. Was would we have enough space to do everything that we wanted to do with a single layer fortress? And it looks like we will. Even if some of the things that we want to do are in out of the way places. That's okay though. We can be a little inefficient to have some fun. And not like the capital FUN type of fun. We'll have some of that too, I'm sure, but hopefully not anytime soon. I've had my fill of that kind of fun. Knock on wood. Yeah, we are needing some doors, but I kind of want to hold off on doing much more with doors at the moment because I want everybody to be involved with getting stuff moved to the correct places. So much so that I might just have, Sparky's probably the only person that doesn't have anything going on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and re-enable hauling on Sparky. And I'm pretty much just gonna let everybody do a lot of hauling around for a minute. To get everything where it needs to be. I'm thinking that we're gonna have to have some sort of a stockpile like right back here, and it's going to have to be like a food overflow stockpile, like a bigger food stockpile, because this is just, that's our drink stockpile, and that's only 345 drinks. And you guys know that we're gonna keep probably more than that. I mean, is he still brewing? Yeah, still brewing drinks from fruit. We had quite a bit of fruit that came in. We probably bought it, Need to probably go ahead and planning mode in some more tables here. Like so. And some thrones. Yeah, what we're going to do is we'll do something like this. I like the idea of having multiple entranceways into places. But I don't think it needs to be 3 wide on the back edges like that, so we'll do like this. Oh, and we were also, weren't we thinking about making that like a sand gathering spot though? Huh. We could put the, let's think about this. Because we were thinking about, well, you know, we could just gather sand right here, I think. Because you never run out. It's not like a finite resource. Like, you can continually gather sand out of the same spot. Okay, we can do that. We can do what I initially was wanting to do. Oops. Made that a little bit too long. So we'll do like that. Like that. And then we'll like, what is this? And we'll make it like that. I don't think there needs to be an entrance on the back. Yeah, okay, we'll just do it. We'll do it because, you know, why not? I don't think that's symmetrically right. What's that? 7 and 6. So really it needs to be like this to be symmetrical. What about this? 5 and 5. Okay, I nailed that one. We'll just do 1. Nah, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. We need to have a bigger entranceway here. So we'll do a 3 wide there. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. So now what we'll do is we'll have this set up for overflow food and drink. And because this is obviously not going to be enough space. But the good thing about this stockpile is that it is close to the production centers, and also it's close to the place where most of the dwarves are probably going to be doing their eating. So that's a good thing. All right, well, we're going to put a cut in there, and in our next video, I guess we're going to go ahead and we'll get this dug out, and hopefully we'll get everything hauled in and situated, and hopefully, crossing our fingers, we will get another migrant wave, because we need some strong backs to slap some names on. So I've got a list of names that I need to put on some dwarves. So thank you guys so much for supporting the series, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, game on.